Wow, it's getting cloudy. Okay, you guys. I forgot the best part. I made a comment, but I'm just going to tell you the best part is when he comes down. She's already heard him loud and clear at her door or approaching her. Then she gets on this thing. Don't quote me. You can Google it. Google hoopah, because I don't think hoopah might be the word. But it's that thing we see in the movies like Aladdin, that cartoon, where this woman, the bride, is on a little trampoline thing, and it's got poles, and people are holding the poles and carrying her through the air. It's all a picture, you guys. Everything in life is a picture. I've been telling you this. They're holding her up on this little mattress and in the air, and she is following toward him, and he is coming toward her, exactly like the rapture. We're going up, being held up in the air, being lifted up in the air on that hoopah, and the groom is coming toward us to meet us in the sky, in the air. He's not coming to the earth. He's sitting right up there in the air while we are being... Okay, another thing, this article says exactly the idiom. Only my Father knows is an idiom. Read it yourself. When he said, no one knows the day or hour, is an idiom for Feast of Trumpets. He went ahead and gave you another idiom right after that. He gave you two idioms in that parable for Feast of Trumpets. He said, no one knows the day or an hour, Feast of Trumpets, hint, hint. He said, only my Father knows, Feast of Trumpets, hint, hint. He gave you two idioms pointing you to the Feast of Trumpets, and it took us 2,000 years to figure that out because all the old documentation was lost. All these 2 days, 2 years, 2 years to build the mansion on his Father's house. He was telling you one of these years, that's how we know the day. On Revelation, it says, if you don't watch, I will come on a day and an hour that you don't know. So in other words, if you're watching, you will know the day and the hour. If you knew the day and the hour the thief was coming, you would have watched, and he wouldn't have broken into your house and torn it up and stolen everything, stolen your rapture date, stolen your wedding date. If you had known the day and hour the thief would come, you wouldn't have had your date stolen, your wedding date stolen. Okay? Do you see it now? We are not crazy, you guys. If anybody would just educate themselves, please, if they would all, the Christians, would educate themselves on this truth that we've been trying to explain. I know it got lost because we explained it 2 months ago or 2 years ago because we feel like everybody knows it by now. So we don't keep explaining it. There's a gnat. But listen, please, this is a stubborn gnat. I'm just going inside. It's about to rain. If you would just please see it the right way. When the eyes and ears are open, he said, he that has an ear, let him hear. He that has an eye, let him see. Would you please, if everybody would just open their eyes and ears and get the same revelation that Jesus wants you to get, there wouldn't be all this fighting. Everybody's fighting. No man knows. Yes, we do. No, they don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Yes, we do. You're a heretic. No, we're not. You're demonic. No, we're not. You're a liar. No, we're not. You're deceived. No, we're not. You're... You. It's just fight, 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 fight. We know, and you'll know too. If you just get your mind on deeper things. Now, this Julian calendar, I'm not, I mean, the Feast of Trumpets is because of a sliver of a moon. Now, the sky can't lie. The sky can't lie. Calendars can be off, but the sky can't lie. So the sliver has already been seen. This is my heartbreak. And now they want to come up with this Julian calendar and say the Feast of Trumpets is on a full moon. Well, I haven't heard the whole video. So maybe Jesus is telling Joshua, look, the 23rd and 24th on the Julian calendar is the real Feast of Trumpets, even though the moon is full. But it still says the 23rd and 24th, and the Feast of Trumpets isn't on a full moon. I don't know what the video is going to say, but what I'm saying to that is Jesus may have been telling us that on the Feast of Trumpets, the sliver of the moon is the midnight cry for the bridesmaids, for the virgins to wake up, put oil in their lamps. And the bride now knows the trumpets have been blown. It's going to take me a day or a few hours to go down the road here. By then it'll be a full moon. That's what I'm wondering. So Jesus is saying, I'm coming on the Feast of Trumpets. I'm going to blow the horn on the Feast of Trumpets, the last trump. I'm coming down the road in the Galilean wedding. The wife is getting on her chuppah to meet him in the air, going toward him in the air, in the street. By the time they reach each other, it'll be a full moon. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I know that the Feast of Trumpets is an idiom for that Galilean wedding. And he is coming for us on a Galilean wedding. He is coming for us on the Feast of Trumpets. And if that's when the horn gets blown, that's what's happened. The horn has been blown. The trumpet has been blown. And now the bride is awake. The bride knows. The virgins know. And we're getting ready to meet him in the air on our chuppah. On our little chuppah. Okay? Meeting toward him. So if it takes a full moon to finally reach him, let it be. Let it be. Keep watching. Please keep watching. Okay, bye.